It had been a boring day for LeVar, who had to wait on me, again, to finish up some work before taking him outside. Today, instead of our typical not-so-lovely stroll down our block in Seneca, I decided to explore the botanical gardens. The sounds of white-breasted nuthatches and Carolina chickadees surrounded us as we came to a spot in the William Gordon Belser Nature Trail. I stood for a moment thinking about the name of the trail. It seems we have a tendency to name locations after humans, either ourselves or others. I thought about Basso's book, Wisdom Sits in Places, and how indigenous people instead use the natural elements that form the area to develop its place name, perhaps out of an awareness that they are one with nature and that not one form of life is more valuable than another. As I look over the bridge, I decided that the creek should be incorporated into the place name of this spot. As we stop and listen to the water gently flowing down the rocks, I started to think about what I've learned about the Honeycutt Creek watershed. With an increase in impervious areas like roads and parking lots, such as around campus, water quality becomes greatly impaired. The alteration of land for human use and decreasing the amount of forested lands ultimately degrades watershed systems. A high percent of these impervious areas has been found to be negatively correlated with habitat scores and taxa richness, and positively correlated with levels of nitrates and phosphates. While plants rely on nitrogen for protein production, excessive nitrate levels can be harmful. A study conducted at Clemson evaluated water quality indicators in the Honeycutt Creek watershed. The results suggested that the sub-watershed in the botanical gardens is of highest water quality due to low levels of nitrates and phosphates and high values of habitat score and taxa richness. Macroinvertebrates, as well as birds, are indicators of water quality and were abundant in the botanical gardens, including at my site. This is an important stop for the spring migrants I can hear above us, and poor water quality could be detrimental to them. Many species of wildflowers, trees, and other forms of vegetation also filled the place in front of me. The high species richness and diversity is also an indication of high water quality here. I realize LeVar is getting thirsty as he climbs off the bridge and takes a drink. And fortunately, from what I've learned about this spot, the water will not harm him. This is now one of our favorite locations for walks, and it seems being out in nature makes both LeVar and I healthier and happier too.